You know, cancer is a bullet. And a lot of people like to use the analogy of the fight that people go through with cancer to athletics. And I don't think it's a fair analogy, because cancer is relentless, doesn't follow any rules. It's a bully. Picks on little kids, picks on the elderly, picks on people who are totally defenseless. And then once it picks on you, it doesn't stop picking on you, just like a bully in a schoolyard. It just looks to expose any weakness that you have, and it fights you emotionally and physically every day, all the time, non-stop.
Well, I think that not knowing is been a big part. You know, it's like you when you first hear the word cancer, you know, you're just like, whoa, and you step back and you worry, and then once you're able to sit down with a doctor and they can kind of better explain it, you feel a little bit better that, you know, hey, there's some possibilities. And through her sickness, I always thought she was going to be cured. I just felt, you know, it wasn't false hope to me. It was like, man, I'm listening. I thought we had the best doctors in the world. And, you know, and they fought. Like, I mean, I know our doctor at MD Anderson would say sometimes, I didn't sleep last night thinking about your wife. What could we do to do better? And, you know, it's just, and so you learn from that, you know, that, man, there are people that are really fighting to try to get this disease. And, you know, for us, it was, I think it brought us closer together, you know, how important life really is. And I know for me, the little things started to become a lot more important, you know, and, you know, we were married for 38 years, and, you know, we're really not high school sweethearts. We were sweethearts since 8 years old, you know. So it was a little different, but it was good, you know. And I thought it brought our family, you know, my kids closer together, and how important family is. I think in cancer, I couldn't see myself fighting cancer by myself.
You know, the real measure of success when you fight against cancer is how you fight. Do you have enough courage to stand up to the bully? And why you're standing up to the bully? You may not beat the bully. And if you stand up to him, you may enrage him, and you may fight back even harder. But the real test to me is how people stand and fight.
I always felt when you have a challenge or something negative, instead of running from it, you run toward it, you know, and you try to find a way, you know. And I think, you know, the person that finds out, it's tough to do. I mean, I think it's really tough, but if they have people behind them that can help them to get through it, but I think it's such a mental thing.
And when cancer picks on a kid, it picks on a young kid, come on, man. Most of the kids that it picks on, they know how to handle it. They handle it with such a pure heart and pure motives. But the parents, the toughest thing, you know, I was a freshman in college. The toughest thing to me was watching my parents have to deal with that. I never seen my dad cry. I never seen him that emotional. That he was scared. And I think we all have that sense about us, our humanity, that we all can be scared, and nobody wants to die, and nobody wants to suffer.
I think for me, I think the biggest thing, and that's away from cancer, is I've never been lonely any time in my life. Ever. You know, me and her have been girlfriend and boyfriend since 8 years old, and that, you know, people say, well, you might get you know, I have my kids, which is awesome, but the loneliness that has come into my life is like, wow, you know, and you know, it happens, you know, and we're fighting through it, and lucky I have my kids and the community and all that. But I think that, to me, that's the biggest surprise of it, you know. And you know, you always had somebody to come home to, and I think that's the difficult thing.